Hello everybody, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new speed build video. And in today's video, we are going to be building a family cottage in the world of Henford on Bagley. I think that's what it's called. I have trouble in the past few weeks remembering the name of the new world that came with the new pack, which is Cottage Living, but I think it is Henford on Bagley. I'm not so sure. But anyways, we are building this 3-bedroom and 2-bathroom house in the new world, and I really like how it turned out because I wanted to go for this idea that it is the only modern type of cottage in the world, because as you can see from the surroundings of the world, the houses that come with the new world in terms of the debug houses, they are mostly made of stone and straw roof, and so I decided to try something different for this world and just build a modern concept cottage. I would like to call it a modern cottage because it is a cottage with its elements such as the straw roof and also some decorations inside, but then the structure of the house looks kind of like modern, and so I decided to just mix it up, traditional and also modern. And I really hope you guys will like this build because it definitely was a challenge for me, because it's been a long time since I've built a suburban house, honestly. And I really can't remember how usually I do it, but I tried my best for this one. But if you guys like this house, please let me know in the comments what you guys think, and also if you want to download it, it's already up in the gallery as usual under my ID, which is simmerkhai. And this house, I imagine, is for a family which consists of a couple of parents and their 2 kids, and then there's also an extra bedroom in this house, and you can use it as a guest room or even change it to be a stud room because it is on the ground floor of the house. As for the furnishing, it took me quite a while because I didn't really know what concept I wanted to go with for the inside in terms of the general theme or color scheme and the items related to it. But I did imagine that this house has all the cottage elements, like I said. So you will see that I will be decorating the inside with a lot of stuff from the Cottage Living pack, and in fact this build is actually just base game and Cottage Living, so it was quite a fun build also, other than being challenging, because it was basically really fun for me to do a limited pack build which is only base game and Cottage Living. And I think there are plenty of items that you can use in the Cottage Living pack if you use it by yourself, so you don't really have to have other packs, assuming you don't have them or you don't want to use them. The Cottage Living pack and also base game is already enough and very sufficient, and so that's a good thing, I guess. But anyways, for the landscaping of this house, it's not really much of landscaping because as you can see from the size of the house, it is quite big, and so I just did some minimal landscaping with a couple of trees here and there. But for the outside or backyard of the house or side yard over here, you can see that I added in a little chicken coop that came with the new pack, and I also will be adding a monkey bar since this house is a family home, and it is, the family that I pictured that living here, like I said, has a couple of kids, and so I did use a monkey bar just to put some activities for the kids, I guess. I wanted to, however, put in a umbrella table on the outside of the house like I usually do, but I think I forgot to put it in this build because as I was taking the screenshots for this build, I just realized that I didn't really put any barbecuer area or that umbrella table, so you will have to add it in by yourself if you want to. And for the back part of the house also, I didn't film a part of it because I furnished it at the last minute, because I forgot to furnish the back part for some reason. I'm not so sure why, but I do end up putting a couple of couches at the back part or the porch, and also an art easel and also a chess table. And those are the things that usually I put in for back parts of houses because I think it is pretty simple. those are the basic ones that I can imagine, and also what I usually put in for the back part. And so yeah, it's just basic. But anyways, we are moving on to the inside of the house, and as you can see, I have already decorated the floor plan and also put in some wallpapers. I really like the wallpaper that came with the new pack, which kind of looks like a faded brick wallpaper, and I used that for the exterior of the house and also the interior, and also that brick pattern wallpaper from the base game, which is brown in color. I really like that brick pattern from the base game for some reason, because it really looks realistic to me. If I were to use the brick pattern that is like the brick red pattern, it would look too fake in my opinion, and it would look too like distracting. And so I just decided to use the brown brick, which kind of looks natural, and it is also very nice. But I really like the windows that came with the new pack that is like half open over there, you can see. And I really like it because of the design, and it kind of reminds me of Beauty and the Beast for some reason. I think it's because previously, or during my first time doing this channel, I actually did like Belle's Cottage, and I think I use what's that called, Get Together pack, which is Tudor based. And those windows kind of remind me of that build that I did previously. But if you want to check that out, you can definitely search it up on my channel, or I will link it down in the description, or I will just put it on the top right corner right now. And if you want to check that out, and if you like Beauty and the Beast, yeah, I think you should definitely check that out. I'm not self-promoting here, by the way. But anyways, you can see that we are decorating the living room, and the living room ends up being a pretty type of vibe going on here. I decided to go with something classical for the interior, mixed with a little bit of modern, and it's not so like, it doesn't look too modern in a way. I guess you could call it a suburban. And I also put that shelf that came with the cottage living pack over there by the stairs, and I really like the look of it. It kind of looks comfortable and more lived in, instead of me being like leaving it empty. And also decided to put in that foraging table, and also that pretty cabinet that I never used before ever since I started building using the cottage living pack. And so I just decided to include it in this build just for showcase purposes. But the kitchen ends up being an open area, and it is linked to the guest bedroom and also the toilet downstairs. And so if your sim has a guest over, they would have to like go through the kitchen, and I guess you can call it kind of like a maid's room because it is situated in the kitchen. But yeah, that is what I usually notice. Like a lot of like maids, especially in like Malaysian households, they tend to have their bedrooms near the kitchen. I'm not so sure about where you are, but over here it's like that usually. And it just gives them plenty of access to the kitchen, and then they also have a separate bathroom, which is essentially shared between other people as well. They don't have their own bathrooms, I think. But I decided to use this fridge over here, which kind of looks like the Smeg fridge. Is that the brand? I'm not so sure, because I really like that brand, even though it's very expensive. It kind of looks very retro, and I really like the vibe that it gives off. And I think that fridge kind of looks like that brand, Smeg, I think it's what it's called. And I really like the look of it, and as you can see, it really looks retro. I was deciding whether to use this fridge or the other fridge that came with the cottage living, which is the more traditional looking one. But since I am building a more modern cottage, I decided to go with the Smeg looking fridge. But over here in the middle of the kitchen, at first I wanted to leave it empty, but then I decided to just put in a series of island counters because it kind of looks more filled in, and I think the end product looks really good when you see it in the screenshots. But anyways, this open area over here is also the dining room, which is kind of in the modern part of the build. You can see that I used those ceiling to floor glass windows that came with the base game, and just decided to like make it look very bright in there because of the windows. But over here is going to be the guest room or maid's room, and as you can see, I decided to go with a blue color scheme. I really like the wallpapers that came with the new pack. like I said, the brick one, the faded brick, and also this one, which is for the interior. I'm not so sure what you call it. Is it wainscoting wallpaper? But it really looks traditional and it really looks nice, and I really like the flower patterns on it. It really looks like expensive and lavish and Victorian in a way. And so I also decided to put in this side table or hallway table instead of a wardrobe, because the wardrobe that came with the new pack is kind of bulky and big, and so it just would like eat up a lot of space if I were to put in a wardrobe instead of that hallway table. And I figured that the hallway table definitely looked better, because it is space saving, and also I really like the look of it. It really looks like comfortable and very aesthetically pleasing. But anyways, for the bathrooms of the build, I decided to go with a weird color. I guess you can say it weird because I've never really used the color orange for any bathroom actually. And so I just decided to use in like an orange color for the bathrooms of the build, and it is consistent of course throughout the whole build. And that section over there, which is like in the hallway, is just a sitting area with a couple of chairs and also the round table that came with the new pack. But anyways, over here we are moving on to the master bedroom, and as you can see, it is green in color, and the green looks really bright and also vibrant, and I really like the vibe that it gave me because it looks very expensive. But I decided to put in that wardrobe over here since there was a lot of space for me to put in stuff, and also a bookshelf, which I rarely do. I rarely put bookshelves in master bedrooms, and even if I put them, they would be placed subtly. But for this build, I just decided to just like, you know, go crazy with the furnishing. But anyways, this is going to be the kids bedroom, which is the couple of kids bedroom, and it is very simple. I didn't really like get any feeling to actually furnish the kids bedroom because first of all, the wallpaper looks too lavish and also too elegant for kids. And also the beds are placed weirdly because I just decided to place them like that and make it a bit different. And I really tried to decorate it like a kid's room, but it ends up looking like a teenager bedroom, I would say. But I just added in some books and also some toy chests, and I think I will be removing that white toy chest and replace it with a bookshelf, so that it looks more kiddie-ish. And I imagine that these kids, they are actually like, maybe both of them are girls or maybe one of them is a boy, and they just share a bedroom because they're kids and they're very close to each other. But anyways, the bedrooms also have a common bathroom, and the bathroom upstairs is shared between all of the Sims that live in the house. So it is very simple. As you can see, it is very consistent like the ground floor bathroom, and I decided to make it like a common bathroom instead of each room having their own bathroom because it would be more convenient that way. And also I could squeeze in a lot more stuff if I were to only do a common bathroom instead of giving each room a bathroom. And I really like, actually this part over here, I didn't really know like what to put honestly, and so I just decided to just turn it into a mini library. But anyways, I really hope you guys will like this build. If you do like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!